So Teen Titans Academy came and went, and if I'm being honest, it was pretty mid. The central story and plot started out really good with the central mystery over the identity of the new Red X enticed readers for the first 5-ish issues. But then the Red X mystery would take a step back to focus on different topics that began to branch off in different directions, going in deep about the morality of raising the next generation of superheroes as child soldiers. It was certainly a bold direction to take Teen Titans Academy, and it might have been interesting if the Titans were using them to further some agenda, which they weren't. And it failed to be compelling in any way due to the main antagonist being
cheated and lied to.
Due to this, it would lose a lot of readers near the climax of the story, and as it ended, no one would mourn its cancellation. Although as it was stated online by the creator, it was only ever going to have 15 issues. So it's just likely that DC decided not to renew the series. It's not surprising at all, as the story was not interesting or compelling in any way. It'll likely go down in Titans history as one of its more forgettable runs. But while the main plot is forgettable, I don't think the run itself should be forgotten. As it would mean the backpack would be forgotten as well, and I think, if nothing else, that the backpack is worth remembering from the Teen Titans Academy. The backpack is a group consisting of 3 members, Diego Perez as Chupacabra, Marissa Cooper as Batgirl, and Lucas Laporte as Megabat. Megabat is the tallest member of the group, standing over Batgirl and Chupacabra. He wears a classic Batman tee from the 80s film, with the yellow oval under the black bat and overall grey color. He wears a rather large raincoat with no sleeves over top his shirt, and has ripped jeans. He has bats tattooed on his forearms, green paint over his eyes and on his chin, and has bandaged fingerless gloves on each arm, as does the other members of the group. He's white with purple dyed hair and a nose ring and earring. Moving on to Batgirl, she wears a long sleeve black and gray shirt. She wears the Batman symbol proudly on her choker, and in some instances can be seen wearing chains for a belt along with her black skirt and striped leggings. She wears fingerless black gloves and mascara and lipstick. She is African American and wears her hair in braids that are also made to look like bat ears. And finally, Chupacabra certainly has the most interesting design of the 3. He's Hispanic, and the wiki page denotes him as being Mexican specifically, and he has bleached white skin. His also white hair is made into a mohawk, and he wears a spiked collar. Unlike the others, his striped black fingerless gloves only cover his hand, while the others have theirs cover a portion of their forearm as well. He has ripped black jeans and a striped shirt. He wears a black racer jacket and his Batman symbol on a badge, which is one badge among many. He also has dark circles around his eyes. Despite being called the Batpack and proudly bearing the Batman logo on their persons, they have little to no actual affiliation with Batman himself. They're just Batman's biggest fans. So they get an A+ on the design, and their group having a consistent but varied wardrobe. They look up so much to Batman because they grew up as orphans in Gotham. Admiring Batman's intellect, combat skills, and sleuthing abilities, they learn to emulate those aspects of Batman in their day-to-day work and cases. The case which introduces us to the Batpack is the case of the missing orphans. The kids around them in the orphanage have been disappearing, and they believe it's up to them to find out why. Looking around their facility after hours, they overhear a conversation that leads them to believe the headmaster is selling orphans that no one would miss for scientific experimentation. The headmaster is planning to take Lucas next, but in order to find out what exactly is happening to the kids, Diego volunteers for the experiment by posing as Lucas. As they are whisking him away, Marissa tracks their getaway vehicle with a bug of her own design. This leads them to the facility of the experiments. This scientist is attempting to recreate the Man-Bat serum in an attempt to recreate super soldiers, under the guise of furthering human evolution. Pac managed to rescue Diego too late to stop the injection, and as they try to escape, they are hunted down by the Bat himself. Luckily for them, Nightwing was also on the case and used his bat whistle to revert the transformation in the nameless scientist. The transformation, however, begins to take effect in Diego, who seemingly slowly turns into a Man-Bat himself, his skin turning pale and gaining fangs. Impressed by their work, Nightwing offers them a place in the Titans Academy as their orphanage is now defunct. And while I said the Red X mystery turned into a dumpster fire later on, it was because of the Batpack that was ever interesting to begin with, as issues 4 and 5 go over their interrogation methods and clue gathering skills. It was fun to see. These kids certainly have the chops to be comparable to Batman. Batgirl is incredibly smart and a tech whiz. Megabat is certainly the muscle, lifting weights to keep his figure. And Chupacabra is a great detective, having the initiative to follow through on leads. Their methods are indeed juvenile, but give them time and they are sure to become a well-oiled team of crime fighters. That's why their origins should be remembered, and these characters should be given more opportunities to shine. The last we saw the Batpack was at the beginning of Dark Crisis, in a mostly cameo appearance at Titans Tower from Chupacabra. So here's hoping we see more of them. Have you read Teen Titans Academy? And if so, what characters did you enjoy? Let me know down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to keep up with the next one, and I'll see you another time. Megalomaniac64, signing off.